Consider the case of Michael Cohen, the president's former lawyer and confidant for many years. In August 2018, he pleaded guilty to campaign finance violations over large hush money payments he arranged before the 2016 election to keep porn star Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal from talking about sexual affairs they had with Donald Trump. You guys remember this one? Well, after Barr became Attorney General in February of 2019, he worked to kill further investigations related to those payoffs and suggested that Mr. Cohen's conviction on campaign finance charges itself be reversed, even though 6 months had already passed since Cohen had entered a guilty plea. Amazingly, after Cohen was imprisoned for a year and then being transferred out of prison to home confinement during COVID-19, Barr and the DOJ intervened to block his transfer because Cohen would not immediately accept as a condition of his ankle bracelet home confinement not to engage in First Amendment activities, specifically writing and publishing a book about Donald Trump or saying anything in public on TV or in the social media about Donald Trump. Cohen had already been home for 2 weeks when this unconstitutional demand from DOJ appeared, and when he and his attorney dared to ask questions about it, 3 federal marshals showed up with handcuffs and shackles, and he was returned to the Otisville Correctional Institute. There he spent 16 days in solitary confinement before they were able to get his case before a federal district judge who immediately found that Barr's purpose, quote, in transferring Cohen from release on furlough and home confinement back to custody was retaliatory in response to Cohen desiring to exercise his First Amendment rights to publish a book critical of the president and to discuss the book on social media. Can you think of a more egregious example of weaponizing the Department of Justice for nakedly political purposes than imprisoning and putting in solitary confinement the president's own former lawyer simply because he wanted to exercise his First Amendment rights?
Well, that was probably one of the worst things that Jamie Raskin described during his opening remarks during one of the subcommittees today. Donald Trump ordered Michael Cohen to be taken from home arrest and placed into solitary confinement because Michael Cohen was going to write a tell-all book about just how dirty Donald Trump is. Now, Jamie Raskin's full remarks went into greater detail, outlining just how badly Donald Trump weaponized our government and our government agencies. Meanwhile, you have Republicans who are now in control of the House of Representatives holding hearings on the weaponization of the government. And are they looking at Donald Trump ordering a citizen to be placed in solitary confinement because he's going to write a book? No. There's some laptop of the president's son that was taken from a random computer store and given to Rudy Giuliani. Right. Republicans they're definitely invested in upholding our government and our values here, right? Absolutely not. Just a few other things that Jamie Raskin reminded us of is the fact that Donald Trump fired an inspector general who was investigating Mike Pompeo's decision to supply billions of dollars in arms to Saudi Arabia. That investigation just, poof, went away. The Durham investigation, which you may or may not have heard a little bit of or talked about by Republicans for years. They've been saying, oh man, we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to get to the bottom of the Democrats and the FBI and the media working together. And the Durham investigation was their chance to do that, and it came up with nothing. As a matter of fact, it came up with evidence that Donald Trump committed financial crimes. So what happened? Oh, that investigation, that part of the investigation just slowly went away, right? And then, of course, let's remember Lafayette Square, Donald Trump militarizing a force against peaceful protesters to clear them out of the Lafayette Park. And then, of course, January 6th, right? You want to talk about weaponization, Republicans? Get real.